Good morning, students. In previous lectures, we had already discussed the Ohm's law and the resistance, its temperature dependency and resistivity. So, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss the resistors combination. So, in our syllabus and in our physics, the resistors can be combined with basically in two ways. One is in series method and other is in parallel method. Okay, as you can see in series, the if there are three resistances R1, R2 and R3 are there, so if the end of one resistance is connected to the end of starting point, the initial point of second resistance and so on, so this type of resistance is called series combination of resistances or resistors. And if we connect the all the three resistors with two same points, this one and this one, so this type of combination is called parallel combination. Here I have taken three resistors R1, R2 and R3 in series and parallel. We can take numerous number of resistors. Okay, here you can take 4, 5, 6 or 10, even millions of resistors you can combine in different ways, but either they are will be in series or parallel or they are in mixed. So that mixed group combination we will do in our numerical part. So here we will discuss that how we can calculate the total resistances in series and parallel. Okay, so moving on to the next page, that here I have some part of it. Suppose we are going to solve the resistance combination of series. So suppose there are three resistances R1, R2 and R3, and if the current is coming from the positive terminal and this value is I, so you know that this current is flow through the whole circuit, and it will come back to the negative terminal. So it is clear that resistances may be different, but the current flowing in the wire are same. Now, as we know that if the resistances are different, but the current is same, then it means the potential drop, the potential difference across this resistance is different. Suppose V1, the potential drop across this resistance is suppose V2, and potential drop across this resistance is suppose V3, and these total V1, V2 and V3 must be equivalent to the total V. So we can write down from the Ohm's law, as we know, since we know that from Ohm's law we know that what we know, that if the physical property of a wire is not changed, then the ratio of potential difference and current is a constant, that is called resistance. So here we can get the value of V is actually IR. So now the V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3, and if V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3, then V can be replaced by IR. Similarly, V1 can be replaced by IR1 and V2 is replaced by IR2, and similarly V3 can be replaced by IR3. So here we can see that current is in common function, so we can take current common here, R1 plus R2 plus R3. So the resistance is, the net resistance, we can say total resistance is R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this is the formula for the series combination of resistances. I hope you are getting my point. Now we are going to move the second part, that is parallel combination. Now in case of parallel, we know that suppose we have three resistances R1, R2 and R3, and all these three resistances are connected with the same initial and final point, that is this one and this one. Suppose we call this point as A and this point as B. Now you can see that current is coming from positive terminal and enters to the negative. So when current will reach at this terminal, it will divide in three parts. Suppose this one is called I1, this one is called I2, and this one is called I3, which means we can conclude that I must be equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3, because it is clear that total current I is divided into three parts. That's why the sum of I1, I2 and I3 must be equal to I. And important point is that since all these three resistors are connected with between same points, that's why the net potential difference across R1, across R2 and across R3 are same, that is V. So from Ohm's law, we can write that if V equals to IR, then I equals to V by R. By using this function, we can write down that V by R equals to I1 can be replaced by V over R1, I2 can be replaced by V over R2, I3 can replace by V over R3, and hence we can take the common and we get the formula VR net equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So this is the formula for parallel combination of resistances. Now it is very easy to understand that how the series calculation and the parallel resistors calculation can be done, but it is very important to understand that what is the physical significance of it. What is the physical significance of it? So for example, if I had taken three resistors, suppose I have taken here three resistors like this. Suppose the value of this is suppose 2 ohm, 4 ohm and 8 ohm. On the other hand, I had taken these the same resistances but in parallel combination. Still they are 2 ohm, 4 ohm and 8 ohm. Now if we want to calculate the series, as we know that this is series combination and it is parallel combination. So if we want to calculate the total resistance in series, so we can do that resistance in series Rs equals to sum of R1 plus R2 plus R3, and so it will be 2 plus 4 plus 8, which means 8 4 12 plus 2 14 ohm. Now in case of parallel, we know that resistance for parallel Rp is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So here we have to take that 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. As we know that the LCM of these four fractions will be 8. So 8 4 ja 8, which means 4. 4 2 ja 8, it is 2. And 8 1 ja 8, that is 1, which means resistance 1 by Rp equals to 7 by 8. So total value is Rp is equal to 8 by 7, which means 1.1 ohm approximate value is 1.1 ohm. Or if we can take the two values of after two values of decimal, then we can take 1.14 and so on. It is 287, it will be, value will like this. So 1.14 ohm is approximate value. Now if you observe, the value of resistance in series mode is 14 and in parallel mode is 1.14. So if we observe here, it is very clear that if we take identical resistances in the same combination of series and parallel, अगर कोई तीन रेजिस्टेंसेस आपने लिए हैं नोन वैल्यूज के या किसी भी अलग अलग वैल्यूज के, and if you are connecting them in series, then you will get a very large resistance, and if you are connecting them parallel, then it will be very low resistance. So it is quite clear that if resistance is high, then current will be low. If the resistance is high, then current is low. Current will be low. And if the resistance is very low, then current will be high. So in order to get the greater output of electric current, in order to getting the maximum current, we should connect our electrical appliances, or we should connect our resistances in parallel mode. Series mode should be avoided. Series mode should be avoided and parallel combination should be used. And this is the one of the reason that in household, all the electrical appliances in household circuits, most of the electrical appliances are connected in parallel combination, because parallel combination offers the minimized resistance. And there is one more important thing in parallel and series combination, that is, suppose current is flowing through this wire, through this resistance, and suddenly there is any short circuiting or there is a power breakup. So unfortunately, if this particular resistance get fused, so current will block from this side, then these two resistances will not conduct, or we can say that these two appliances will not conduct. But in case of parallel, if current is divided in three parts, if this particular electrical appliances get fused, then doesn't matter, these two appliances will still work. So this is also one of the reasons that parallel combination are used in domestic circuits, in offices, in in schools, in libraries, and whatever we are using. The more popular resistor combination or appliance combination is parallel combination. Series combination is not used in so many times. So I hope that from this particular video session, you are understand that how the resistance and parallel resistances can be connected in series and parallel, how we can calculate their net value. But one more important point which we want to discuss here, that in our daily life, in our we are using the electrical circuit, the resistances are used of known values. They are set values of resistances are used. We cannot use the of any value of resistances. So it is very necessary to understand that how the values of resistors can be decided on the basis of their color coding. As we know that carbon resistors are based on some colors, there is some strips are available on there. So we will learn that that part in a experimental video session. Till then, if you are first time on this channel, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you, learners.